Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check three. Hey, black.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
I smell fear in that offense.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No. 319. Let's go.
On second and 12, Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the pass. Loco over here. Check.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Wide, get wide. Watch the whip.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Giants' 17-yard line.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. See what I'm doing? Check 3.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on fourth down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
44, Mike, 44. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike. Pick it up, guys. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch twist.
This is Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rabbit. Slam. Get Mike. Check.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You got 58.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Monk's 56. Watch the backer. Tighten up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Undercross. Watch the safety creep. Check 9. Yeah, live.
Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 99. Charlie.
Now it's Hunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Check.
From the 38, Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's back north. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Wipe up. Check safety. He's coming.
Rodgers now to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
No. Off. Shift. Hey, check 24.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
319. Check one. Watch the eye. Check 31. Check 31. Watch the ship. Watch me.
On first down, it's Hunt, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, 47. Rip right. Shift. Hey.
Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards there and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
319. 47. So we got man. Slam. Check 13.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, they scared.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Kareem Hunt, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Go. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Let's go, Mike 42. Leo. Ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Jones on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. $12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched for it?
That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
To throw is Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I got him. Showing up.
The final shot before break. Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Switch it. Come on, switch it. SOS. Protein spill. SOS. Check three. Hey, alert 3, alert 2.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Haywood. 44, Mike, 44. Come on.
Now Jones. Got a man, Slayton. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Just like that. He's coming. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, watch this. Hey, orbit. 42. And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 4. You go tight. You ain't still travel. You got tight right there. Down.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check. You better bring it. Ready?
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. Say Mike. Smalls. No.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Giants' 27-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Baker there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. Kelly. Toes left, Kelly.
Rodgers going to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it.
Fresno. Check 24. Hatch it.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come out here in the eye. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They run with Hunt. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Kareem Hunt with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Back to throw. Jones. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Alpha. Yo, 2.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
44, Mike, 44. Get it.
On 4th down, Jones. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Brings up second and goal.
On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Push him back. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Rodgers now on third and goal. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down now, it's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We go. 30 base. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, zoom. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. Hey, let's get it.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
44, Mike. General West. Hey, wahoo. Hit it.
Jones from the downhill throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Check 37. Check. Where you going? Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Jim.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The toss out to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Ready. 90, Wolf. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 41 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers throwing here. Going left side, it's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shift. Hey, check 20. Yeah, Liz.
Throwing again. Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go! Let's go!
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Green Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.